So we all know that when we're in debt and paying bills, we can't get ahead of ourselves. Rather than money just adding up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you've got debts and bills, you may make 1,000, and that 1,000 goes to zero. You make 1,000, 1,000 goes to zero. Make 1,000, 1,000 goes to zero. Now the house might be worth say 300k. So each time you put 1,000 in, you're basically cashing out in your house years down the line for 300k. Right, but that's not useful right now. Right now you have a grand, you have zero, you have a grand, you have zero, you have a grand, you have zero. We don't want to pay debts, okay? Often because we would rather have the cash than debt. But the only way to get ahead of yourself is to have no debt. And if you have friends, companies, family members that you owe money to, you know you have to pay them. You know the time is coming where you're going to have to pay them. You think about it all the time. You know you're going to have to pay them. They probably even ask you for the money. And it's stressful owing money. It's very stressful owing money. No one wants to owe money. So what I want you to do is I want you to write down everyone who you owe money to. And I want you to write down in order of these people the amounts that you owe. Now you're gonna have at the top the people you owe the least money to, and at the bottom the people who you owe the most money to. Okay, so you should have John £10, Mum £40, David £100, whatever. And I want you to pay them. If you've got the money, pay them. Okay, because even though you might have to fork out a few £1,000s right now, okay, if you don't have debts, it will never have to go out again. So if you make £1,000 and you've already paid them, next month you'll have 2. If you make £1,000 and you've got to pay them, you'll have 0. So once you've paid them, there's no outgoing, there's no expenses, it just adds up. So I want you to pay each person in order of the person you owe the smallest amount to, because you can pay them off quicker, right? Let's say you owe £300 and to one person you owe collectively £300 to 10 people. Well, you can pay to have 10 people in one go. There's no point fucking saving to pay off one person when you can pay off 10, right? So you're going to pay off the people in the order of who you owe the least to. Okay, clear your debt, clear your conscience. Not only will it make you feel freer, you won't have them pestering you saying you owe the money. You won't be up late at night thinking, how the fuck am I going to pay them, right? You probably earn enough money to buy clothes, go to the cinema, have takeaways, go out for dinner, have coffee, buy a dildo, whatever you want to do in your life, okay? Netflix, whatever. You have plenty of money, but you choose to not spend that money on paying off your debts, okay? But the point is you have the money, but you choose not to. You choose to spend it on yourself as opposed to other people. Set yourself free and pay off your debts. Once you've paid off your debts, you can go back to spending it on yourself. For a few months, you might have to sacrifice coffees and Amazons and Netflixes and going out for dinner and clothes to pay for your debts. But you'll have a clean conscience. They won't be pestering you. You won't be up all night thinking, oh, I've got to pay them, or how am I going to pay them? It's all paid. Pay your debts, okay? At the same time, the same is true for if people owe you money, whether it's £10, £50, £100, whatever, you are going to ask them to pay you, okay? If it's so small that you don't care, write it off. Write it off. If it's like 10 quid, you don't care about it, write it off in your mind, but let them know that they don't owe you the money. Because what you don't want is them thinking about them owing you money. That's nervous energy that you're picking up that you don't need. Okay, so tell them, by the way, that £10 you paid for my meal, don't worry about it, okay? Oh, thank you very much. Bang, boom, gone. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to reach out to people who owe you money and say, hey, I need that money, okay? They're going to probably make excuses like, oh, I haven't got it, or I'm not getting paid yet, okay? If they say yes, no problem, then that's great. You get paid, okay? Chances are they haven't paid you because they can't afford it. So what you're going to do is you're going to say this. Okay, well, If you can't afford, say, the £200 you owe me, what can you afford now? Right now? Oh, I can afford 40 quid. Fantastic. Send me 40 quid. Boom. They now owe you 160 quid. Okay? Then you say, when can you pay me this? The chances are they'll say, well, I get paid in a month's time. Okay? Say to them, can you pay me that 160 in a month's time? Chances are they'll probably say no. Okay? Then you say, well, how much can you pay me then? They'll probably say 80 quid. Okay? Okay, so pay me 80 quid. Okay? So now you've only got £80 left. They only owe you 80 quid. Okay? You might have to wait a few months, but it's better than not getting anything. Okay? Or waiting forever. Okay? So now, second month comes round and they pay 80 quid. You've got your money back. Okay? Use this same system to get money from people who can't afford to pay you. Okay? You tell them, what can you pay me now? Then you say, when can you pay me the next amount? If they can't afford that, say, what could you afford? You might have to come in threes. 40, 40, 40, or 60, 60, right? Whatever it is, okay? For the big amounts. Small amounts, write it off. Say, send me the 10 quid now. Whatever, okay? To balance it out, go out for dinner with them. Don't tell them you're doing this, but go out for dinner with them. Get them to pay and say you'll pay me back. And then go, oh, by the way, just realised that you owe me 10 quid. And he'll say, don't pay me back, it's fine. We're even, okay? Nice and easy way to balance up something. We're even, okay? Okay? So, claim your money back. It's not about whether you need the money, okay? You've got 100,000 millions of pounds in the bank. It's not about if you need the money. It's about principle. It's about holding on to something that you don't need to hold on to. Having something in your head, a thought, things to do that it's not necessary, not relevant, you don't need to do it. If you don't want the money, let it go. If you want the money, stop fucking around and waiting for Jesus to come and bring it to you. Go out and get it. We've got billions of thoughts in our head and so much shit to do. You don't want any extra crap to have to do. Okay? Get your money. Especially if you need the money, get your damn money. But there's a system of how you get your money, okay? I've just explained the system. That's how you get your damn money, okay? So go out and get the money that people owe you.